Leonardo, Grundtvig and Transversal are three parts of the European Commission's lifelong learning programme. If you're involved in vocational training or education, they are your key to some exciting European opportunities. Send learners or job seekers on training abroad, build partnerships across 31 countries or get funding to attend a conference or study visit. These are just some of the ways that UK organisations are benefiting right now.
It's absolutely clear Europe has to be the world's knowledge economy in this coming century. We have tremendous competition from other parts of the world. It's important that we have clear progression through skills, training and lifelong learning for all of our citizens.
The Leonardo, Grundtvig and Transversal programmes are meeting this challenge by helping European organisations to learn from each other.
When you look across Europe, we are a diverse continent of people from many different backgrounds with many different countries. But the common asset is, can we make the most of our citizens? And can that be a lifelong journey around skills and learning? That's the challenge to Europe, and I'm really committed to all that everyone is doing to ensure that we get it right.
We have a wide range of lifelong learning program opportunities for you. Let's take a look at what's happening in the United Kingdom.
Newham College is part of a three-nation Grundtvig partnership that's developing a teaching syllabus on human rights. The new material will become part of the curriculum for students on citizenship courses like this one.
Our partners operate in the voluntary sector, so they are on a much smaller scale than the college. We're in the more formal sector, but throughout our meetings we've discussed fully human rights education, how they could use the products of the partnership in their environment and how we can use it within the college. We like to support other partners in Europe if they have a project, and we felt that we could make a contribution because we have experience in designing a syllabus, a curriculum, learning materials.
Newham College serves one of London's most multicultural communities. The centre does a lot of work to integrate people from different backgrounds.
There's a lot of sharing of knowledge across the project. They come and have a look to see what we're doing, and then we go across and look to see what their experiences are. We've learned that they have issues that we could then share. One example with our partners is that their experience in East Germany and with integration within West Germany is actually very similar to kind of the experiences that we've had with nationals coming from the Eastern European countries into England.
The Centre for Excellence in Leadership recently hosted a transversal study visit. Learning professionals from across Europe spent a week at the centre for a masterclass in reducing inequality in leadership positions.
We had a mixture of activities. We started off the week by looking at policy development at national level, what the latest developments were here in this country, what the latest legislation was, and what policies were being put across to our own vocational education and training sector. Then we took them to a college to actually see in practice how they went about were managing their own diversity issues. We also held a special workshop for them. We do a number of workshops here for UK colleges, and we did a special training session with them where they actively participated.
We learnt a lot from each other, and so it was about sharing ideas, certainly giving them a lot of information on how the equalities legislation actually works in the UK. And we did an awful lot around the work around race equality, disability, age, lesbian and gay staff within the sector. So it was very, very interesting, and I think for some people, for example, ethnic minorities was more of an issue for them, and for other people it was disability.
In terms of the visit, what was so exciting for me was an opportunity really to meet other colleagues, like-minded colleagues from all over Europe, and sharing with them the experiences that we have in terms of diversity, and really to be able to discuss how important those issues were for all of us.
I don't think it would have been possible at all to have done the type of programme that we did without the transversal programme. It's not so much about funding, that's always helpful, and I think from the participants' point of view, they do need that subsidy to enable them to travel. But it's more about where could we have got that breadth of countries covered, how could we have reached so many different participants from so many different countries. And the coordination of that must have gone on behind the scenes, I think would have been enormous.
Embrace Cooperation is concerned with reducing inequality in education and training. Leonardo Mobility Funding helped them to set up European placements for people who work with disadvantaged students.
Our partners abroad are organizations both within vocational training, but also working amongst young people, providing youth work with a very practical element. So our partners could be vocational training colleges, they could be youth clubs, they could be partner in business who have a training arm, and usually those are our partners, and we've worked with them through Leonardo and through mobility for young people, but also through mobility for professionals.
My involvement in the LIFT project came through Embrace, and what they wanted to do was get other professionals involved in who work with young people to come out and go to Germany to have a look at how they work with young people and how we can take any ideas from there and bring into the work that we do here.
Personally, this project helped me to get contact with a lot of professional people, qualified people, and to have a talk about some qualified training which I need more, basically on my past educational background.
I went with a colleague of mine and we found it very rewarding because we took away lots of ideas and implemented them into the services that we use. So it was a really good experience for us, and it's definitely benefited the young people who we're working with, because some of the ideas that we've taken from Germany and brought back here have enabled the young people to get greater confidence to go out and achieve for themselves. So it's been really good.
For the LIFT project we got about 60,000 euros, and this would enable us to send 30 professionals over 2 weeks to our partners to exchange best practice and to bring back methodologies and to exchange those also with our European partners.
As you have seen, we have great opportunities for you. You are just a few steps away from an exciting and rewarding European experience. Why don't you take your chance?
To find out more, why not come to one of our information days? They're held across the UK every year. If you like what you see, you can book on to an advice surgery which will help you to turn your ideas into a strong application for funding. You can find out about our application deadlines and read about other opportunities available under the Lifelong Learning Programme at www.lifelonglearningprogram.org.uk.